Hello you guys, and welcome to my garden, my makeshift potting shed. First, let me give you an update on everything that was growing that we started in our last video. So I just gave everything a really good drink of water. Starting over with my snapdragons. I had germination in all cells except for this one. If you remember, I started a lot of seeds within each cell, so these seeds were very old and I didn't get as much germination as I typically would by planting that many seeds. As you can tell with my lupin, again, an old seed, and I only had germination in one cell. I think I'm gonna add some more seeds to these cells and see what can pop up. I had nothing from my marigold. This is the Mission Marigold, the really tall ones. Over here with my Canterbury Bells, I had really good germination despite the seeds being old, so that's really exciting. Nothing for my Aster Tower Chamois. And then I had full germination with my Scabiosa, which is really exciting. Dahlias, not really good germination here, only one in one cell. Absolutely nothing with my Foxgloves. Nothing with my delphiniums. Over here, this is the bergamot, and I had really good germination actually here. My verbascum was very hit or miss. I only had germination in 2 cells. Over here, nothing with my daisies, and I've experienced this before with my daisies, so I wasn't too shocked. And then moving over to my petunias, I actually had really good germination, so this is really exciting. So overall with this tray, it's kind of as I expected. When you use old seed, you can't really expect a lot of germination, but I am really excited with what I did get to germinate. So let's go ahead and just add some more seeds to this tray. Starting with the snapdragons, these are the tall deluxe mix. Press this into the soil and then add a few seeds. Okay, I do have to say, the lupin did say to nick the seeds and soak overnight in water. And I didn't do that to any of them. That also could be why I didn't get any germination. All of these are done. They're all watered in. I did give everything a really good drink the other day, so they seem pretty moist. So these are gonna go back under the grow light, and let's move on to the next tray. Okay, you guys, this is my most successful tray. These are my herbs and my leafy greens. I am so excited and so happy with the growth. We need to do a little maintenance on the trays, but let me show you what they look like. This is my most successful tray. Look at all of the wonderful germination and growth. So it has been about a month since we planted all of these, and everything looks wonderful. Starting over here, here is my rosemary, and as you can see, even though it is small, we have a lot of growth going on in each cell. The dill here looks amazing. It doesn't have that dilly smell yet, but everything looks good. It does look like we had a small death in the family. Moving over to the cilantro, perfection. Like, these look awesome. For oregano, we don't really have anything significant, but if you look right here, you'll see a little tiny baby oregano. So I'm probably gonna add some more oregano seeds to this tray. I'm not gonna worry too much about it because sometimes oregano is hit or miss for me, and I just go ahead and pick up a new tray at the store anyways. This is my basil. I normally have really good luck with basil. For these seeds to be as old, I am very excited. Look at all of that beautiful growth in these 2 cells. So nothing really with my sweet basil here. I have a little pop of germination right here. This is actually a flower. This is my Orlea, and you can see here we had some growth going on, but it looks like I don't know, I guess it's dying, but we have some growth in these 2 cells. I do have some Orlea already growing in the flower bed, so I'm not too worried about these. Stalk looks amazing. We're having amazing growth in this last tray. I don't know what's going on, but it looks amazing here. And then we have lots of growth going in these 2 cells. Moving on to my leafy greens, we have some Copenhagen market cabbage, and as you can tell, this looks amazing. This is my lacinato kale, and we have germination in all of the cells. We have our broccoli here. This looks beautiful and it's nice and healthy. Moving on to the cauliflower, I can say the same thing. Look how beautiful this looks, nice and healthy. And then my pak choi, wonderful, so beautiful. This looks so good. I cannot wait to make stir fries. So happy with that. And then lastly, I have some more herbs. This is the marjoram, and these are not old cells or seeds, so I'm really happy that I got some germination here. Same with my tarragon. And then what is this? I think this is a dill seed that I accidentally got in my marjoram. And then here I have my chives, and these look beautiful. They're nice and healthy, and I'm just really excited about this. For potting up, I usually use these little plastic containers. I got this in a seed starting kit back in 2020, and I used this to pot all of my larger items, my cucumbers, tomatoes, stuff like that, which I find grow really quickly. For transplanting, I'm just gonna go ahead and use up all of my seed starting mix. I have quite a few bags, so I'm just going to use those up. When transplanting, I leave quite a bit of room in here for the new plant. I'm actually going to use these little tongs. I got these off Amazon, so I'll link them down below. But usually I don't use these. I just use like a chopstick or a fork or whatever, but I'm going to give these a try this year and dip them down and lift them up. Let's see if they work. Hopefully they do not damage my plants. I would cry. So let's see if that works. Okay, it kind of works. That wasn't my favorite thing. I probably didn't go deep enough, so let's try again on the next one. I feel like I don't even need that, so yeah. I'm gonna skip that for now. We'll try that again later. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for the broccoli, cauliflower, and the pak choi. When the roots come out like this, I don't like for them to sit in these trays. So I'm just going to go ahead and make new labels for all of these. All right, everything is in their new home. I gave them a really good drink of water, so they should be all set. They won't be in these for too long, probably about 2 more weeks before I go ahead and plant them in the garden. I just wanted to give them a little bit more room since their roots were popping out of the bottom. All right, this is the last tray, and I have a mixture of my vegetables and some herbs on this tray. So as you can see, I have nothing germinated with my thyme. That is okay. I will go ahead and just purchase some from the store. This is my lemon basil, and I actually didn't really get good germination here. I just have a little cell right there. This is my sage. Again, these are old seeds, so I have very mixed germination. These 2 cells look really good and they're growing really well. That's better than nothing. But I do have to say, it already smells so good. Moving on to my parsley. My parsley seems like it's struggling a little bit, and I have nothing with my peppermint. All right, moving on to the bigger cells. I only had germination with my tomatoes. So I have my black cream tomato. I have 1 popping up here, and then I have 3 popping up in this cell. Then moving on to my yellow pear tomatoes. These are actually really delicious. I love these. I have 2 or 3 in this cell. And then I have a few, like 4 or 5 in this cell here. So absolutely nothing with my jalapenos, tomatillos, poblanos. This is a midnight moon eggplant, my granbell, and my habaneros. So I don't know what is happening and why nothing was growing in these cells. I'm going to replant them and see what I can do. out of my old poblano seeds, so I do have some fresh seeds from last year. I'm just gonna plant 2 in each cell since they are fresh, and I should get some good germination. Okay, the soil in these are really dry, so I'm gonna give it a really good drink of water. Now that the seed maintenance is done, it's time to start some new seeds. Today we're gonna do a mixture of vegetables and all of my zinnias. I love planting zinnias. It's probably my favorite type of flower to plant and also to grow, obviously. So today we're gonna be doing some cucumbers, squash, and some melons. And then we're also gonna be doing our zinnias. So let's just go ahead and get started with our vegetables since I already have my vegetable seeds out. We're gonna do a green dragon hybrid cucumber, a butternut squash, a sweet meat squash. I'm gonna do zucchini, yellow squash, and then I'm also gonna do honeydew, some cantaloupe, and a Georgia rattlesnake. And typically those I like to plant outside. So I'm just gonna see, since my seed is old, if I can just go ahead and get some started in these larger containers. And then if I can get something to grow, then I'll go ahead and plant them outside. I did that one year and I had really good success, but alternatively I've also had really good success with just waiting for after the frost date and go ahead and planting them in the mounds. But since we have a couple of weeks before my last frost date, I'm just gonna see what I can get growing inside. All right, I don't have very many seeds in here, so I'm going to plant 2 in each cell and see what happens. Next, I'm going to do some butternut squash. If you've never grown butternut squash, it is so easy and also very yummy. Zucchini and summer squash are also 2 plants that I succession plant. It doesn't matter what year it is, I always get squash bugs, and they only affect my zucchini and my summer squash. All right, I just gave them a really good drink of water. I'm gonna go ahead and put some humidity domes on them just to give them a nice moist environment while they are germinating. I'm gonna go ahead and put these underneath the light. Trays are all filled up with soil. I'm gonna start with my zinnias because I have quite a bit of them. I have this packet of zinnias. These are all from 2020 to 2022 that I'd like to use up. I just have them all rubber band. So I'm gonna try to plant the majority of these just to get them done. I also wanted to grow some alyssum. And alyssum are the most beautiful, like little dainty sweet flowers. And these seeds are also old as well. I have some from 2021. 2022 and yeah, 2022. So I want to grow these as well. I think I want to do 2 trays of alyssum, and then I have some cosmos, and then the rest will be dahlias, or the rest will be zinnias. So let me go ahead and plant the alyssum first, actually. Purple alyssum, I'm going to try to use this whole container, and this wants to be pressed into the surface. So this is the purple alyssum. It's called Alyssum Oriental Nights. These are the white alyssums. I think for my cosmos, actually, I think I might plant these outside. So I have a mixture of some candy stripe. I grew this one and it was so pretty for inside. Sensation Mix Colors, Dwarf Cutesy, and then the Summer Sunshine Mix Colors. Do 1 whole tray of the Cosmos Sensation. All right, I used up all of my Cosmos Sensation seeds. Then I'm gonna do, let's do some of the Summer Sunshine since these are oranges. I don't want everything to be pink, I want a little mixture. So I have a ton of zinnias, all different colors. Okay, starting with my zinnia envy, I'm gonna do 1 full tray of the envy, and the envy is really pretty. It's this green flower. I like growing these because if you save your zinnia seeds, and I did that the last 2 years, then they kind of mix all together and then they have this like really beautiful like green color. I have this Botanical Interest Giant Purple. Next we have the peppermint stick mix colors. These are really beautiful. They're just yellow and pink spotted with some red. Okay, and then I have these cactus ones, which they kind of have really funky petals. I think I planted these in 2021. If I'm not mistaken, these were pretty cool. They're not my favorite, but they're pretty cool. And what I use the zinnias for are cut flowers. These make excellent cut flowers and I feel like they last a really long time. If you don't use them all, you can do a little science experiment and crossbreed them and make your own variation of zinnia, which is really fun to do. I did that the last couple of years. All right, you guys, the last of the spring 2025 seeds have been planted. I am so excited to watch them germinate over the next couple of weeks. We have a lot in store for the garden this year. Again, like I said, this will be a very low-key, low-maintenance garden year for me, but I'm just really excited to document this all with you guys. In my next couple of videos, we are going to do some garden maintenance. We have the front garden, the back garden, and then the veggie garden. So I'm going to break everything down with you and take you guys along with me as I am trying to revamp and redevelop those areas. So we have a lot in store for this year. So it's gonna be a really beautiful spring and I can't wait to bring you guys along with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, definitely subscribe because I love to make garden videos. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.